Hey guys, it's Dr. Josiah and Dr. Daniel. And as of late, we have a lot more people working from home, and we are seeing a lot of the effects of the posture that you all are assuming when you are at home working.
Right.
So we're going to do a quick video to show you just a few adjustments that you can make at home to your work setup that are really going to make a difference in how you are feeling and moving.
So this is a laptop, and a lot of you who are working from home who have a laptop, it's usually in this position. And so when I'm looking down, it's more tension and stress on my neck that, and also the sitting posture, because even if I hunch down like this is even more tension. So what we want to do is we want to sit up straight, but then my neck has to look down to see the screen. And if you want to come over
Sure.
here. So, you know, we're working on the keyboard and the trackpad. So if we're to raise this up, just use these conveniently placed books.
Oh my goodness!
Whatever books you just have lying around.
That worked out really well.
Yeah. So this is a much better, more neutral position. So my neck can stay neutral, but then the arms and the hands are way up like this.
That's going to put tension all up in
so I already
here.
feel more tension up through here. And so I can try, okay, lower the tension. Also, for carpal tunnel related people who have problems with that, flexion in the wrist while we're doing these activities can be really hard on the wrists, causing some of those carpal tunnel like symptoms. So ideally we want a slight extension or bend in the wrist while we're doing it, but that's going to be pretty impossible unless we do this. So
Do not recommend.
this is just a standard mouse and keyboard that we can plug in. You can do Bluetooth if you want your setup to look more clean, but and just plug this in real quick. One thing I do like is if you have the option to get a 60% keyboard, this allows for the keyboard and the mouse to be more in this neutral position while we're typing and using the mouse, versus if there's a 10 key here, the mouse is more off to the side while I'm typing. So if you're looking to buy a keyboard for home and you don't need the 10 key, 60% keyboards are what I would recommend. So in this position, hands slightly in the extended posture, mouse is here, my neck is neutral, and for me, I may even raise it up just a little bit, but we didn't want to get too ridiculous. We just wanted to show you, you know, with about 6 or 7 books or so, to raise that up, and I'm able to work seated, upright, sitting on my sits bones. This is on my sacrum right now, and that's going to put more stress and pressure on the sacrum, which can cause lower back.
So the little trick to know if you're on your sits bones is you're going to take your hands, or slide them under your bum, rock back and forth, and if you feel a bone pressing into your hands, that's your sits bone.
Which I do.
You should feel one on both sides.
So if the pressure's more midline, then that's more on the sacrum.
Mm-hmm.
This is also if we're sitting on the couch or the sofa or something and we'll recline back like this is putting more stress on the sacrum. So what I would do is sit closer to the edge and pack some pillows there. Sit up neutral position just like this. Or let me grab a exercise ball real quick.
Let's do that.
Since we're doing this.
Oh, I'm not going to show that room. He'll be right back. Thank you for your patience.
This is probably not inflated enough for me, but it just gives you an idea that if we're working from home, yeah. So this needs to be
You look so little.
but we can show what we don't want it to look like.
Sure.
So if you come around, if we see that my knees are higher than my hips, that causes more psoas flexor tightness, or the hip flexor. So ideally, and I'm making it do this, but ideally it would be up closer to this.
You look comfortable.
I don't. But while we're working, we can get side to side movement. We can keep more lubrication and hydration in the joints. Whereas if we're statically sitting, that increases inflammation.
And you're going to feel that.
Yeah, and so that's whenever you get up and you just feel real achy and sore after sitting for long periods of time. So getting up, moving around, doing this stretch helps open up all the neck flexors and the pec muscles. Because if we're like this all day, this really helps to open things up. We can take some belly breaths. Isn't that better?
That's so great.
All right, one more thing. So we're going to do the same thing. It's like, but Dr. Daniel, I've been standing at my counter. I was like, I'm sure you have. And if you're sitting at the counter, sure it looks something like this. Or we're like this. And so we have, for the girls up front, we have anti-fatigue mats that are great to stand on for long periods of time. But still, we can see my neck is flexed. So we'd want to do the same thing. I'm not going to bring everything over here, but just show you, I would basically want that monitor about this high, which would be a substantial amount of books. So we can do standing or seated, just some different options for you guys for at home.
Just make sure that the screen is eye level.
Yep. Slight extension in the wrists and the hands, so we're not kind of going up like this to do the keyboard if that everything's up like that.
And that the
movement,
monitor is in front of you, because we've got a lot of
multiple
monitors, or monitor off to the side.
Right. Or we're twisted, even if we're facing it, but my torso is facing this way, or lower body's facing this way, torso and everything's facing this way, so it's a lot more twisting, or off to the side, something like this. Just trying to keep everything as neutral as possible.
Yeah.
Or we're taking notes like this, try to bring it more in front of you, or if you have a stand that you could put things on.
So go sit down where you've been doing your work from home, set yourself up like you usually do, and
take
just
a picture, and I'll judge it pretty
wow.
harshly. No, I'd be happy to make recommendations through picture. Through social distancing, I'm not going to come over to your house, but if you have a picture of your setup, I can make some recommendations based off of that.
There we go.
That'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be
fun.
great.
I always thought that would be fun.
Okay, well, this is our opportunity.
Yes. All right, guys. Signing off.
Okay.
For now. See ya.